And good afternoon, folks. Thanks for tuning in to the Cache Island Tournament, brought to you by the VIBHL. Apologize about the late start with the commentating. Our game here is between the Nanaimo Rocket, wearing the white jerseys and the black and red trim, against the Victoria Ducks, wearing the purple jerseys. Ducks have the zone. Ducks coming in along right-hand side, makes a move. Backhands it, that was picked off by Nanaimo. Nanaimo has the zone. Captain Tyler Barnes has the ball. He'll pass the ball around. That was passed up. Nanaimo now has the ball in their own zone. Mike Hayer. Hayer will pass it up along the left-hand side. And the ball hits the netting and out of play. Face-off will be in the neutral zone here, just outside of the Victoria Ducks zone. Looks like we got Sean Good taking the draw here. It's Welsh. Nanaimo has possession of the zone. That was taken away by Perry Noble. Here's a pass. Oh, Welsh just missed the pass there. Walker to Welsh. Welsh passing it down low to Jake Street. Or Jake Sweet, I should say. I know Jake. I know his last name. Nanaimo will dump it in. Leaf will pass it up. Leaf Jensen. Up for Sweet. Sweet tried to play it to Welsh. Couldn't. Noble to Welsh. They have the zone. Welsh. And that was quickly covered up. Our goalies for this afternoon's contest, we've got Mr. Kevin Pruitt in goal for the Victoria Ducks and Robert Wilkie for the Nanaimo Rockets. Face off inside the Nanaimo zone here. Zach Warnock taking the draw. Rockets trying to get the ball out of their own zone here. It's Ham, he'll pass it up. Ball's inside the Ducks zone now. Jensen, he'll play it up for Warnock. Warnock, I should say. There's the shot, that one's blocked by Nanaimo, and Nanaimo will carry the ball out their own zone. Nanaimo comes in, drop pass. Nice defensive play there. Here comes Leaf. Leaf Jensen. Ball's dumped in the corner. Preston McInnes has it. McInnes. And Zach making a couple of moves here on the camera. Over to Leaf. Takes a shot. Nice save there by the net. Minor ball's up in the air. Comes up on the floor though. And Nanaimo just setting the ball down. Ducks make some changes on the fly. 7:10 left to go in the first. We are still scoreless at 0-0. Comes Nanaimo, takes a shot. That one deflects, goes in the corner. There's Ham in the corner. Brendan Ham. There's a backhander, blocked in front. Leaf Jensen picks up in the corner. Nice play. Good passing here by the Ducks as they gain the blue line. Oh, couldn't quite get that play picked off by Nanaimo. And the Ducks will dump it in. Shot on goal. Another shot. That one goes wide. Lyndon Marshall. Marshall. He'll pass it over. Caden Lee couldn't quite handle the pass. And the Rockets will break out of their own zone. Pass on the left-hand side. They do have the zone. Ball's dumped in. And here comes Caden Lee. Oh, nice little chip play there. Welsh coming in, takes a shot. Nice save there by Wilkie. And Nanaimo will settle the ball down. Ball's passed up. Barnes will pick it off. Here's Sweet. Comes in, shoots, missed the net. Race for the ball. Noble tried to pass to Sweet, couldn't quite handle it. Welsh, there's a shot. Oh, what an opportunity that is. Ball's still loose. The Ducks still applying some pressure here. Ma with a shot, missed the net. Nanaimo picks up in the corner, shoots the ball around, kept in the point there. And Marshall Ma to Noble, takes a shot just over the net. Sweet picks the ball up. Sweet back to the point. To Barnes, to Noble. Welsh, nice pass to Sweet. Oh, what a save there. Great pressure being applied here by the Victoria Ducks. Noble. Nanaimo picks it off. There's a shot there. Noble and Welsh will make some changes on the fly here. 4:40 left to go. And that's an icing call against the Rockets. Still no score in this game. Coming to you live from Langford, British Columbia with the Cash Island tournament. Hope you're all enjoying your Valentine's Day and long weekend, the Family Day weekend. And thanks for tuning in wherever you are. Either it's in Victoria, Vancouver Island, British Columbia, any part of the world. We thank you for tuning in, supporting our league. Hope you're enjoying this tournament. The backhander taken away by Nanaimo. Ball's dumped down. Icing's waved off. Marshall Ma will receive the ball. He passes it down to Zach. Nice little chip play there. There's a shot by Zach, just missed the net. Ball's inside the Ducks zone now. Ball goes in the corner, picked up by Marshall Ma. Nanaimo still has it. There's a shot, and nice save there by Kevin Pruitt. Face off inside the Duck zone. 3:49 left to go in the first period. In a scoreless 0-0 game. Ball's at the point. Nanaimo trying to get a pass there. There they do. Back to the point there. There's a shot that's blocked. Naswell picks it up for the Ducks. Off for Broma. Broma banks off the boards. To Zach. Zach Wernick. Wernick. Picked off by Nanaimo. And here comes Nanaimo. It's Ham. Nice pass there. Oh, and that's a goal. They got a rebound. And Nanaimo is on the board first. It's 1-0. I can see the player, just can't see his number. Yeah, number 28. That's Trevor Ploll. Troy Taylor. Taylor Ploll. Apologize about that, Taylor. All right, 3:03 left to go in the first period, and Taylor gets the Rockets on the board first. Here come the Rockets, gain the blue line. I think we're having our first penalty of the game coming up here. Yes, we are. And this is going against Nanaimo. So Seth Weld, apologize if I chopped your name there, Seth. 96 for Nanaimo's in the sin bin. This is a 4-minute power play. Well, the slashing penalty, I believe that was. So the Ducks are on the power play. Let's see if they can tie this game up. Leif Jensen. Jensen with a shot. There's the goal! Just like that. Caden Lee tucks it home. And the Ducks tie this game up just like that. All right, 2:42 left to go in the first period, and we have ourselves a 1-1 tie. Nanaimo passes the ball up. Corman, number 9. Ball's dumped down in the corner. Picked up by Simmons. Simmons tried to pass it up. Relief couldn't quite get it. Wolf trying to bat the ball away. And here comes Marshall. Lyndon Marshall. Marshall cuts in. Nice save there by Wilkie. And here's Mike number 20. He'll pass it up for Kyle Wallace. Wallace will drop it back. There's a shot. That one's steered away by Pruitt. Ball goes in the corner. Picked up by Nanaimo. Ball goes in the opposite corner. Race for the ball. Jensen trying to get the ball. Can't. But the ball does go up for Lyndon Marshall. Marshall over to Walker Welsh. Welsh will drop it back for Wolf. To Jensen. To Welsh. Couldn't quite handle the pass. Barnes will play it over for Leaf. Leif Jensen. Ball's dumped down. Mike Hayer with the ball. He'll pass it over. Dylan DeWarrell. Ball's dumped down. Tyler Barnes will pick it up. Barnes. Sweet. Drop pass. There's a shot. Oh, that one just trickled through the crease there. Great opportunity for the Ducks there. Barnes. He'll dump in the corner. Noble trying to get it. There's Chad Bellinger in front of us. Bellinger, pass over to left-hand side. 35 seconds left to go in the first period, a 1-1 tie. Here comes the Nanaimo. Spin move. There's a shot. Stopped by Pruitt. Ball's loose in front of him. Can't quite cover it up. And here come the Ducks. Broma. Broma. Broma picks it up. 10 seconds left to go in the period. Sweet behind the net. Sweet. To backhand it. And Nanaimo will break out on his own. And at the end of the first period, we are tied at 1-1. All right, folks, we'll take a quick break in the broadcast booth. Stay tuned for the second period. right, folks, Mike on the mic here. Mike Nielsen calling the shots, coming to you live from Langford, British Columbia at the Eagle Ridge Community Center. Thanks for tuning in to the Cache Island Tournament. In case you're just tuning in, we have the Victoria Ducks in the purple jerseys against the Nanaimo Rockets wearing the white. And we have ourselves a 1-1 tie right now. Both dumped down. Marshall Maw. For bouncy ball there behind the net. And ref blows it down as the ball stuck on the net there. So we'll have a face-off coming up inside the Duck zone. Looks like Warnick going to take the draw here. Number 10 for the Ducks. Ball's chipped out, race for the ball inside the Duck zone. And that will be an icing call against the Rockets. So another face-off coming up inside the Rocket zone. Warner going to take the draw again for the Ducks. Nanaimo has the ball in their own zone. Outlet pass picked off by Leaf. Warnick has the ball corner now. Preston McInnes. Ducks have possession of the ball in the corner. Back to the point to Leaf Jensen. Jensen, they get a couple of moves, coming in, takes a shot. Oh, just missed. A good opportunity, but shut down by Robert Wilkie with a nice save there. 13:45 left to go in this game. We are tied up at 1. Looks like Brad Simmons, number 7, is going to take the draw here for the Ducks. And Nanaimo has the ball in the corner. Ducks steal it. Marshall to Simmons. Brad Simmons, number 7. Simmons, backhander. That was blocked in front. Nanaimo trying to get the ball out. And they will. And that will be an icing call against the Rockets. We want to thank our friends at Coastal Ball Hockey for sponsoring the VIBHL and our athletes. We appreciate all the help and support that you provide to us. Players love this game. That's why these tournaments happen. There's lots of guys, lots of gals that enjoy this game. Thanks for tuning into the Cache Island Tournament wherever you are watching. Wolf with a shot, that's blocked. That deflects on a play, so another face-off coming up inside the Rocket zone. Back to the point. That was kept in by Naswell. Takes the shot, and Wilkie scored up nicely to that. So another face-off coming up inside the Rocket zone. Simmons going to take the draw here. There's Wolf, comes in, shoots. Oh, the Rockets almost scored on themselves there, but good thing Wilkie was alert there. Looks like we'll have another face-off here on the opposite side of the floor, though. Ball goes in the opposite corner now. Nanaimo has the ball in the other corner now. And they get the ball out. Chad Bellinger. Bellinger gets the zone. Naswell. Tyler Naswell. Over to Kelvin Wolf. Wolf will play it up for Marshall. Marshall gains the blue line along the left-hand side. Marshall, backhand pass. Welsh just missed the net there. And here come the Rockets. DeWarrell. Wallace. Back to his defenseman. Welsh. He'll play it up. There's an opportunity. Marshall couldn't quite take advantage of that. Ducks still applying some pressure. There's a shot. That deflects, goes in the corner. Sweet has it. Walker to Welsh, behind the net. Welsh, good for man in front. There's a shot. Oh, Sweet had a good chance there. That deflects, goes in the corner. Both teams battling for the ball in the corner. Nanaimo now has it. We'll settle it down for a sec. 11:20 left to go in this game in a 1-1 tie. And that's an offside call against the Rockets. Shout out to DJ Dustin. Playing some funky rhymes, funky tunes. Get the players in a good mood here. Welsh taking the draw here in the neutral zone. Nanaimo does have possession of the zone, but here comes Leif Jensen. Jensen, he'll pass it over. Noble now has it. Noble, drop pass for Welsh. Welsh makes a bit of a spin move there. Takes a shot. Oh, nice save there by Wilkie. Ball still in the zone, and the Rockets will now come into the Duck zone. There's a shot. There's a goal. Just like that. That's Seth, number 96 for the Rockets. The Ducks have been applying more pressure in the offensive zone, but just like that, the Rockets coming in the zone and take advantage, and they're now up 2-1 with 10:40 left to go in this game. Leif Jensen. Ball's in the zone. Jensen has the ball at the point. Warnick with the ball. Zach Warnick back to the Leif Jensen. There's a shot. That one's blocked in front. And the Rockets will now carry the ball out. Here come the Rockets. There's a shot. Easily stopped there by Pruitt as he deflects the ball in the corner. Waits for the ball at the point. And Leif Jensen picks up. Jensen, he'll play it up for Warnick. Rockets now have the ball in the neutral zone. Both teams making some changes on the fly. Race for the ball now. Nanaimo end. Nanaimo. Little chip play there. Nanaimo gains the zone. There's a shot. Nice blocker save. And that deflects into the crowd. 9:13 left to go in this game. It's 2-1 for Nanaimo. Face off inside the Duck zone. Got Sean Good lining up to take the draw here. It's Lyndon Marshall, the Ducks. Ducks have it. Ma, he'll pass it up. There goes Brad Simmons. Over to Marshall. Marshall takes a shot, nice save, rebound. Like a rugby scrum going on there. Ball's kept in the point. There's a shot. Missed the net. Ball goes in the corner. Nanaimo passing the ball up. Come to Nanaimo. Oh, ran into Pruitt there. The Ducks don't really like that. His argument is, I think he got pushed in. This is a game that you get some momentum going, and sometimes players have no choice but to run into the goalie. Hopefully Pruitt's okay. Looks like he's shaken up a bit. I think we might be getting a penalty here, actually. Yeah, it's like Sean Good's going to get a penalty here. All right, well, didn't see that coming. I guess the referees thought it warranted a penalty, so here we go. Power play come up for the Ducks. 2-minute power play. 8:29 left to go in the game, and it's 2-1 Rockets. Let's see if the Ducks can take advantage of the power play and tie this game up. Leaf Jensen. Down to Marshall. Back to Jensen. Jensen. He'll pass it down low. Marshall. Back to Leaf Jensen. Winds up, shoots. Blocked by a player. Picked up by Simmons. Leaf Jensen takes a shot. And just waiting for the ref's call here. Play is whistled down. And it looks like, yeah, the face-off's going to be outside the zone here. I guess we're saying the Ducks touched the ball last before it deflected out. So face-off in the neutral zone here. Brad Simmons going to take the draw for the Ducks. Jensen to Caden Lee. Jensen comes in, passing it down low. There's a shot, stopped by Wilkie, and he will cover it up. Face off inside the Rocket zone here. There's a shot. Oh, just missed the net. It's Tyler Naswell with the shot there. Ball's kept in at the point. Naswell. He'll pass it down to Caden Lee. Lee with the shot. Nice save there by Wilkie. Caden Lee. Back to Naswell. Winds up. Shoots. Just missed the net. Race for the ball in the corner. And that deflects and out of play. Got 41 seconds left to go in the penalty here. Looks like we got some change of players here before the ball's dropped. Looks like we've got Walker Welsh lining up to take the draw here for the Ducks. Noble back to Leaf Jensen. Leaf Jensen. Pass it down low. Jensen back at the points. Jensen. Noble shoots. Nice save there. Rebounds loose. Noble shoots again. Nice save by Wilkie, and he will cover it up. 6:49 left to go in the game. 2-1 Rockets. 20 seconds left to go in the penalty to the Rockets. Leaf Jensen. Over to Wolf. Calvin Wolf. Back to Leaf Jensen. Winds up, fakes a shot. Passing it down to the corner. 5 seconds left to go. The penalty. And we're back to even strength, 5-on-5. Good kill there by the Rockets. The Ducks still applying offensive pressure here. There's a shot, rebound. Oh, went through the crease there. Ball shot out and out of play. 6:14 left to go in this game. It's 2-1 Nanaimo Rockets. Stay tuned, folks. We have lots of games coming up. After this, we have the Wolfpack versus the Phantoms in the men's open division. Leaf Jensen takes a shot. That deflects, goes behind the net, picked up by Nanaimo. Now we're trying to get it out. Wolf, nice pass there. There's a shot. Another shot. Noble over to Welsh, couldn't quite handle it. Walker to Welsh to Noble, takes a shot. Nice save there. Rebound, another save there by Wilkie. And that deflects and out of play. Shots on goal this game is 25-9 in favor of the Ducks. But it's the Rockets that are up on the old scoreboard here at Eagle Ridge, 2-1. Ducks will make some changes here before the ball's dropped. Looks like we got Zach Warnick taking the draw here for the Ducks. Wolf with the shots blocked in front of him. Trying to get the ball again. And here comes the Rockets. They gain the blue line. Oh, nice pass. Comes in, makes a move. Nice save there by Kevin Pruitt. So we have a face-off coming up inside the Duck zone here. Looks like Zach Warnick going to take the draw. Face-off won by the Rockets. Ball goes in the corner. Rockets applying some offensive pressure here. Barnes up to Warnick. To Leaf Jensen. Jensen to Warnick. He'll pass it over. There they come. Nice shot, nice save. Preston McInnes going in there. There's a shot. That one missed the net. Ducks applying some pressure here. Trying to tie this game up with 4:40 left to go in the game. 2-1's the score for the Rockets. Rockets have the offensive zone. Oh, nice pass to an open man. Comes in, backhander, scores! Seth, number 96. That's his second goal of the game. And just like that, the Rockets have a 3-1 lead with 4:29 left to go in the game. Ball's dumped in. Captain Tyler Barnes played around for Marshall Ma. He'll tried to pass it up. Ball deflects and hits the netting from the camera, so we'll have a face-off coming up in front of us here. Brad Simmons lining up to take the draw here for the Ducks. Looks like we got a new center going to come in here for Nanaimo. Ma to Naswell. Naswell will pass up for Lee. Lee for Simmons. Back for Lee. Lee will pass it over to Ma. Ma comes in, takes a shot. That deflects, goes in the corner. Picked up by Marshall Ma. Ma with a backhand pass. Marshall Ma behind the net. Ma. And the Rockets will slow the play down, so to speak, in their own zone. They're milking the clock here, just killing the clock. Want to protect this 3-1 lead with 3:15 left to go in this game. Long bomb pass, nice play there by Caden Lee. And here come the Ducks, they have the zone. Oh, goalie had to be careful there. Rockets will all try and get it out. And chip the ball out. Both teams make some changes on the fly. Walker to Welsh. Welsh. Oh, nice pass there. Sweet couldn't tuck that one home though. And here come the Rockets. Cross floor pass. Over to Sean Good. Ball goes in the corner, race for the ball. Got Bellinger. Got Naswell on him. Chad Bellinger behind the net. Bellinger. And that's taken away by Walker to Welsh. Welsh will flip it up. Noble. And plays whistle down. We're going to have, I think it's an offside call. Ducks don't agree with that. But ref's call is the call. Unless we're talking it over here. And we're going to have a face-off. Looks like it's center here. Time is definitely ticking here on the Ducks with 2:17 left to go. And they're down 3-1. Face-off at center. Won by Walker Welsh cleanly. Naswell over to Leaf Jensen. Jensen number 3. He'll pass it over to Sweet. Welsh. Rockets will dump it down. And this will be an icing call with 1:57 left to go in the game. I wonder if it's just a matter of time before we see Kevin Pruitt being pulled here for an extra attacker. I would think the Ducks would probably do it. And the Ducks have called a timeout. Yeah, I think I saw that coming. All right, folks, we'll take a quick break here in the broadcast booth. We'll stay tuned for the end of the game. All right, folks, Mike on the mic here. Mike Nielsen back in the broadcast booth. We got 1:57 left to go in the game. The Ducks are down 3-1, and they've pulled Kevin Pruitt for the extra attacker. And the Rockets dump it down, and this will be an icing call against the Rockets. So another face-off coming up inside the Rockets' end. Walker Welsh lining up to take the draw for the Ducks. Naswell takes a shot. Naswell, there's a shot. That one goes in the corner. Sweet behind the net. Ball's loose. Sweet takes a shot. Blocked in front of him. Sweet to Naswell. To Noble. Naswell. There's a shot, and that was stopped by Wilkie. .119 left to go in this game. Time is definitely ticking on the Ducks here. They've outshot the Rockets 27-12, but the Rockets have taken advantage of some limited offensive chances, I would say. And yeah, they're up 3-1 here. All right, face-off coming up here. Again, Walker Welsh going to take the draw here. Back to the point. Tyler Naswell. Naswell over to Leaf Jensen. Takes a shot. Just taking another shot. And the Rockets will dump it down. And that's an empty net goal. I think that will seal the deal with 1:05 left to go in the game here. And it looks like Pruitt's going to go back in the goal here. The frustration on the Ducks bench there. This is a game where there's always a winner and a loser. Sometimes you get ties though, not very often. But it looks like the Nanaimo's going to get this one. Down to 50 seconds left now. And stay tuned, folks. After the game, we will have players of the game for both sides. After this game, we have our 2 p.m. game. That will be the Wolfpack versus the Phantoms in the men's open division. So stay tuned for that. I'll be calling that game next. Ducks applying some pressure here. There's a shot, nice save there by Wilkie. Ball goes in the corner. Down to our last 15 seconds of the game here. Well done, Nanaimo. They've pulled off the 4-1 victory. The old hockey tradition here, showing some respect after the game, the old handshake. And after that, we'll have the players of the game, so stay tuned for that. Okay, I just want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Coastal Ball Hockey. Thank you so much for sponsoring the VIBHL. And all our athletes, referees, scorekeepers, commentators. We appreciate everything that you do to make this happen. Especially the Cache Island tournament this long weekend. Great tradition here in Langford, British Columbia. Caden Lee, number 86, player of the game for the Ducks. Well deserved. And Robert Wilkie, a former Duck too, getting player of the game for Nanaimo. Definitely well deserved. All right, folks, I'm Mike Nielsen signing off. Thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for more coverage of the Cache Island Tournament.